Peach preserves are a lovely sweet treat because they are similar to jam in that they're sweet and they have the lovely peaches in them. And this one even has pectin in it, which adds to the texture of it, makes it a little bit thicker. But it's not mashed like jam is. It's actually cut into slices. So you get bigger bits of fruit when you're eating it. I begin by blanching my peaches. I started with 4 of them, and I'll cut them in half, pull out their pits, and then cut them into 1/2-inch slices. So now I'll place my 4 cups of sliced peaches in a pot. I'll add 5 tablespoons of pectin, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and 1/2 teaspoon of butter to reduce the foaming. Then I'll place this on the stove and bring it to a boil. Now that it's started to boil, I'll add 7 cups of sugar. And then I'll stir it in gently because of the fact that there's not very much liquid and I don't really want to squish up all of those peaches. But if I just leave it, then it will start to burn. So I need it to mix with the juices that are there and start to turn into a lovely syrup. And it just kind of gradually does. But if you didn't stir, then you would end up having some scorching. Now I'll bring that back to a boil. Now that it's started to boil, I'll set my timer for 1 minute and stir continuously. I can tell that it's at a full rolling boil because even though I stir, it will continue to boil. I found that as I continue to stir after I take it off the stove, as it cools down, the foam does go away. Now I'll fill up my 1/2 pint jars to 1/4 of an inch of headspace, which is the space from the top of the food to the top of the jar. Because there's a mixture of fruit and syrup in these, I try to make sure that there's just a little bit of fruit in each jar. I'll use a clean damp cloth to wipe off the rim of my jars so that if anything got on the edge, that it won't interfere with the seal. Then I'll place my lids and rings on until they're fingertip tight. These are my new favorite lids. They're made by Superb, which is an American-made company, and they're just super good quality. I really like how thick they are. They make this really cool popping sound when they seal. There's no thinking that it's sealed when it's not because it's really obvious. And then it has this super thick seal here that's blue, so that's kind of fun. But it seals for up to 36 months as opposed to the 18 months that the regular lids do. I have a link as well as a 20% off coupon code in my description below. Now I'll place these in my boiling water bath submerged by 1 to 2 inches of water and process them for 10 minutes if I'm at sea level. I'm at 1,200 feet, so I'll go for 15. But I won't start my timer until after it begins to boil. Now that the timer's gone off, I turn off the heat, remove the lid, and let it cool for 5 minutes. I place my jars on a heat-resistant surface about 1 to 2 inches apart so that they can cool quickly. I'll leave them there for 24 hours so that they can get a good seal. I can tell that they have a good seal if the center of the lid is depressed down. If it is, then I remove the ring, wash the outside with hot soapy water, and store it in a cool, dry, dark location like my pantry and use it in the next 1 to 3 years. If any of them didn't seal, I would place it in the refrigerator and use it right away. I was able to save 1 little peach for my taste tester, and it's already setting up, so definitely a good set to that. It tastes just like you would imagine it would. A really sweet, delicious peach.